Recently, I've been getting quite a few hamster TikToks on my For You page, so I figured that we would watch a couple of them together because some of them are a bit insane. If you don't follow me on TikTok yet, you're missing out. It's Victoria Rachel Official, and I post quite a few cute videos of all of the pets. Oh my god. As if, oh my goodness. Definitely a hamster could chew through a wall, and if you do live in a apartment complex, there is definitely the risk if you lose your hamster that they could end up in somebody else's building. I mean, thankfully the people who the hamster chewed through their wall, thankfully they were kind enough to not freak out and try to kill the hamster, because obviously there are people out there who would freak out at a rodent or think it's a rat or mouse and try to exterminate it. And thankfully the hamster seemed to end up back at its rightful owner.
How to use a hamster ball correctly. Step 1. Put hamster in ball. Step 2. Use ball to transport hamster to suitable playpen.
There we go.
Step 3. Throw it in the trash.
I love that. We love an educational hamster TikTok. Those are my absolute favorite.
My f***ing hamster got stuck under the door. Look, watch this, watch. Is she actually stuck? Hold on.
Oh my
god, wait,
God.
hold the f*** on. How do I open the door without... Doris! Where are you going? How do I get her out? Oh my god. You're literally stuck.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I would necessarily do in that situation. At the end, when he was kind of trying to grab her, it did look like it would be possible, since she's already likely got her head underneath it, if you could possibly just push her through underneath. If you do ever plan to let your hamster run around your home, you need to make sure that there or any type of gaps like that are just covered up so that your hamster doesn't try to shove themselves underneath it, because they're gonna try. And hamsters are good at squishing themselves underneath things. They're not gonna fit into everything. And squishing them underneath something like that can actually be really dangerous if they have their cheeks really full already too. Because if they have some sort of sharp seed and they shove themselves through a crack, it could rip or poke the inside of their cheek skin, and that can cause an infection, and that's no good, obviously.
All right, gentlemen, I want you to repeat after me, just how I do it. Ready?
I feel like you all probably already know my reaction to this. Oh my gosh. It's not a good reaction. I'm not a big fan. I don't know if anybody noticed at the end, they had I think there's 4 of those ball wheel car things at the end too. Why do you need 4 of those? For one, because they're not attached to the cage system at all. Anyways, and just, oh my gosh. There is one of the cages that does look like they tried to put some bedding in to burrow, but because of where the tube connectors are, you're not able to put enough bedding. I'm not seeing any enrichment in these enclosures besides the fact that there's tubes and then they just have bedding in them. This is not an ideal hamster enclosure, even though it looks like, hey, it's taking up so much of this person's room and there's so many tubes and things. This still is really just, it's not ideal. And there's so many things that I could talk about, but I'm not going to waste your time doing that. Just why? Why? I don't, why would you go up to your pet and purposely do that? Especially a hamster who's so little. Obviously the hamster was Like, why are you doing this to me? Sometimes I'll go to pet Dipper gently and Dipper's like, don't touch me. And so then I just like stop because he doesn't like it. So like, why would you continue to bonk them on the head? Honestly, that's deserving of a bite. And if you got bitten, I wouldn't even be mad about it. No. No. Obviously, this is just a joke. TikTok. Oh my goodness. Oh. I think there's like no reason to be mad about this. It's just obviously a joke.
Attention, on what she
So this is one of the reasons I am not a fan of gift giving animals for Christmas or birthdays or whatever occasion, unless both of the parties are aware and wanting that animal and know everything that the animal needs. This is a horrible situation to do like a Secret Santa or a white elephant gift and gift an animal that somebody is a random person is going to pick and they have no clue about it, maybe don't even want. And even though there's somebody that is screaming, I want it, did they necessarily want, like, were they wanting a hamster? Did they know anything about hamster care? Or did they see just like, there's a hamster, so I'll take it? But just the entire thing, it's literally in a Tiny Tails cage. So whoever picked it as their elephant gift was like, hey, a hamster, let's put it in, get any cage and bedding and throw the hamster in there and wrap it up. And it's going to be so funny. Ha ha ha. It's not. And the poor hamster, they're like, everybody's screaming around it. This isn't okay. And I really do hope that whoever ended up with this hamster actually went ahead and went further into researching and changed everything about its care. I feel like this, I don't know. I feel like this person definitely knew that their hamster was no longer living. I think they just, I don't know. I feel like that's very morbid. I feel like that's extremely morbid if you already knew your hamster was dead, to then film a TikTok and be like, hey, is it dead or alive? That's morbid. I mean, there are a lot of people who may not know if their hamster is dead or going through torpor, which hamsters don't hibernate. They'll go into torpor if it is cold enough, which it usually has to be under 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 Celsius. And it usually has to be quite a bit lower than that. And if they go into torpor and they are not warmed up soon enough, they are definitely going to pass away. They're not just going to like go through hibernation and then wake up when it gets warmer. No, they're like, there's a very limited time period of warming them up and bringing them back to life. The other thing is, if your hamster has died, they are going to go through rigor mortis. That's when everything just stiffens up. And because a hamster is so small, it usually is not going to take a super long time after they've passed. I want to say like 30 minutes to an hour, they'll go stiff. And that means they are 100% dead. So that's enough of that. That's what my For You page has been looking like recently. I really try my best to, like, as soon as I know it's a hamster TikTok, I usually slide up really quick so TikTok kind of understands that I'm not trying to watch that content. I don't want hamster videos on my For You page. I don't want to see it. 99% of them are terrible. I don't want to see it. I don't want to have to see it because I don't. All right. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.